So did you you know about COVID?
Yes, so 2 years ago I came to learn about Islam, and so I watched a friend fast, and I wanted to learn about it, so the next year I read the Quran, and so not this last Ramadan, but the year before was my first year fasting, and then this is my second time fasting.
Okay.
So I've been wanting to do this for a while, but I didn't know how to go about it.
Nobody
So
told you?
No, no. So I had to find my support.
Okay, so mashallah, so you know the type of it. Okay. So the single most important thing is that when you, like, this is a huge commitment. When you make a commitment, the most important thing, the single most important thing, is what we call the kalima, which is that you're testifying that you only believe in one God, and that God has that anything that occurs to your mind in God is other than that. So you do not place on God any gender, any attributes other than what He's described Himself. Even saying He is English, He is Allah. One of the names of God according to some people. So that's what's really important to know, is that the only way you can get out of this religion is to reject what brought you into the religion, and that is to say that when you say that, then you're accepting the obligations that God has placed on you as a Muslim. And the most important ones are the next four pillars. So you're committing to pray as long as you're able to pray. I mean, there are some things that prevent people from praying, like sickness, and for women they have their own rules to prayer that concern them. That you're committing to pray the 5 prayers a day, and to pay 2.5% of your standing wealth. Like if a year passes over and you still have that money, then 1/40 of it goes to 8 categories of people that God mentions in the Quran. And then you fast Ramadan once a year if you're able. And then if you're able also, it's all on ability. If you're able, you make the pilgrimage to Mecca once in your lifetime, if you're able. Those are the also that as a woman, when you come into Islam also, then if you're not married, then you would be also obligated to marry a Muslim. So that's part of the faith. So that's pretty much it. And once you say this kalima, then if you're able to, then you would pray the first prayer, which is Maghrib. That's until also right now. So somebody would have to explain to you how to do a ghusl, because that's the first thing that you do after you say the Shahadah. And so we can say it, and I just want to really make sure that you understand the commitment that you're making. And I will say this, that the mainly bad Muslims, there's, like, you're coming into a religion that has a lot of beautiful aspects, including community. There's a lot of beautiful Muslims. There's also a lot of bad Muslims, like any group of people. And those bad Muslims, there's a whole spectrum of that. So some are just simply they don't pray, but they're still Muslim, and you still consider them Muslim unless they reject it. So even if you don't fulfill those other 4 pillars, as long as you don't reject the first one, we still consider you a Muslim. Some people might, they get lazy or other things. We would hope that they wouldn't, but you're still a Muslim. So it's really important to know that this is really about a commitment to believing in one God, that we have a creator. And in fact, I saw this thing, somebody sent me this thing of AI today, and they had this AI robot that was talking, and they asked, and they let people really ask the question. And I wish I was there, and I wanted to ask it, do you believe you have a creator? Like the engineer that made you, like, do you believe in him? Does he exist? And then my follow-up question would be, is it logical that engineer doesn't have a creator, like he doesn't believe in his creator, he just pops into existence. So that's the most important thing, just believe in God, and then all of the prophets of God. That there's been over millennia, God has sent guidance to his creation, and we believe in all of them. We don't make any distinction between them according to the Bible. And that includes all the Jewish prophets. It includes the Christian prophets, and then also Jesus as a prophet, not as Son of God. God has dependents, like children, but not in biological children. So we're all in that way. We have all the dependents of God, like children of God, but not in any biological sense. So that's Jesus, and then we believe in the virgin birth in Mary, the blessed mother of Jesus, who has the highest station of the women in the Quran. So that's it. And then this is a really nice set here, being Muslim. So I was involved in, so the books in there are good books to read. But what I would say is there's something called Aini, which means what you as a new Muslim are obliged to learn. It's not a lot. It would take you good study, I think 6 months to learn it. Once you learn that, you're free to do whatever you want as long as it's halal. But that's actually an obligation to learn. A lot of Muslims don't do it, unfortunately, and that's why there's so much ignorance in the community. But you should really try to do that, and you should do it with a teacher. There's good people here, like Sister Hossein and others. I don't know really, but I'm sure she's capable. There's many people that are capable in the community to help you. And then the one thing that I would really seriously warn you about is there are extremist Muslims. When you become Muslim, there's a lot of excitement. And it's a very powerful event because it's a life-changing event. And the Prophet said, enter into this religion gently. Don't try to come in all at once. Just come in gently. And don't worry about, just get these basic things down and practice them as best you're able to. And just be really wary of any extremism. And I say if you have good parents, and I'm assuming you did, generally what your parents told you is probably pretty accurate, so you already have a good moral compass. So if it doesn't seem right, it's probably not right. And so just, the Prophet said, ask your heart. It's just the stuff that comes back, ask your heart. If it doesn't sit right in your heart, then it's probably wrong. Because this religion is a fitra religion. It's a religion of the natural understanding of good people. And anybody who has a good heart will feel very at home in the religion of Islam. So that's all I have to say. Do you have any questions?
No, I don't think so. Thank you for explaining to me.
So repeat after me. We're going to do this in Arabic and then we'll do it in English. And then, what was your religion before? Were you raised in a religion?
Yes, I was Catholic.
Oh, okay, good. So Catholics, is it easy conversion?
Yes.
There's a lot, yeah. There's a lot.
I see a lot of similar.
There's a lot of yeah. So, because the Catholics, Orthodox Catholics believe in tradition, like they believe that there's, so we have the same, Orthodox Muslims have the same understanding that we follow the rightly guided, and we don't anachronistically kind of accuse them of being this, that, or the other just because it doesn't suit whatever the right guys do. Yeah. So I'm going to say this in Arabic, and you can say it, and then I'm going to add one thing to it since you're a Christian, which my teacher taught me to do, which is just to testify that Jesus was the Logos of God, a servant of God, and a messenger of God, and that Mary was his virgin mother, and then the moral Jesus, the human being. So Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan
Muhammadan
Rasulullah
Rasulullah
sallallahu
sallallahu
alaihi
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 wasallam.
wasallam.
Wa ashhadu
Wa ashhadu
anna Isa
anna Isa
kalimatullah
kalimatullah
wa rasuluhu
wa rasuluhu
wa ummuhu
wa ummuhu
Maryam
Maryam
Siddiqa.
Siddiqa.
Alhamdulillah. So you say now, I testify
I testify
that there is no God
that there is no God
but the one true living God.
but the one true living God.
And I testify
And I testify
that Muhammad
that Muhammad,
sallallahu alaihi wasallam, peace be upon him,
peace be upon him,
is the final
is the final
and last prophet,
and last prophet,
superseding
superseding
all previous prophets.
all previous prophets.
And I believe in all the prophets that God sent,
And I believe in all of the prophets that God sent,
the ones I know
the ones I know
and the ones I don't
and
know.
the ones I do not know.
I believe in the last day.
I believe in the last day.
I believe in the angels,
I believe in the angels,
the books that God sent,
the books that God sent,
and I believe in God's determining all the things that He's created,
and I believe in God's determining all of the things He's created,
and that I will be judged on the last day.
and that I will be judged on the last day.
Alhamdulillah. So, welcome to Islam, Barakallah Fiki. Your name is your name, it's the name your parents gave you. Your parents have a right to name your children. If it has a good meaning, there's no reason to change it. Some people take Muslim names. That's your prerogative. Don't ever feel forced. The Prophet did not change names unless they had a negative meaning. So your name is perfectly fine. And generally, the parents they feel sad. Like when I became Muslim, they gave me my name, and knowing what I knew much later, I regret because my father named me, and he had every right to name me, and it was, I think, hurtful for him, but I did not know that at the time. So I don't really encourage people to change their name unless it's necessary. The Persians have a lot of non-Muslim names. Afghan people have names like Faridoon and Hosai and Shahnaz and a whole bunch of names. Even the Arabs have Shahri names like Praise.
Thank you.
Well,